Hi, I'm Jason Russell from Critical Dice, and welcome to the Fabled 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and of course, chaos. You're watching the Duke City Chronicles. You can watch us right here live on Fabled 42's Twitch channel Friday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific and 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. That's how time zones work. And this is a Monster of the Week game. Our sponsor for this is Critical Dice, which is me. So use the code that you see in the live chat off to the side. There's a link there. You can get 20% off some cool dice and shirts and other things. And it also goes to help the channel. So you can't do that, no problem. Sit back and enjoy. If you can subscribe using your free subscription from your Amazon Prime, because everyone has Amazon Prime, go ahead and do that, or just tell a friend. Let me go ahead and let my players introduce themselves and their characters. Let's start with Bridget.
Hi guys, I'm Bridget. You can find me all over the internet and on TikTok at string_theories_. And I am playing Suki Buchanan. She is a 70-year-old tattooed art professor at UNM. And also she talks to ghosts for a living. And so I am your spooky grandma for the evening. And I'm playing from the Spooky Playbook.
Your spooky grandma.
Spooky. Tonight, spooky grandma.
Diane, let's go with you.
Hey, Al. My name's Diane. You can find me at the Pretty DM on the internet and here pretty much every night. And I am playing Katia Rose, the monstrous playbook, half vampire, 100% amazing and fabulous.
Yes, absolutely true. GW.
Hey, I'm GW. You can find me on IG and Twitter under GW005. That's 2 B's and 2 zeros. You can find me here every Friday at 3 p.m. here on Duke City Chronicles, where I play Quavon Whispers, aka Q, who is a divine playbook. He's basically the team's edgy, angsty angel boy.
Edgy, angsty angel boy. And we love him so. And Chris.
I'm Chris Solo, playing Riley Reed, the expert playbook, pretty much doing all the things chaotic. I make mistakes. Ever make a mistake happen to me. Traditionally do the pew pew boom booms. This time I didn't. Maybe I should have.
Maybe you should have. And I'm Jason Russell. You can find me on Instagram at Critical Dice and also Heaven Help Us TikTok. And we're getting into our next part of our episode of The Traveler. So let's go ahead and play our intro.
It's an amazing place. Most people have no idea where it is, but we're okay with that. We've got mountains, rivers, deserts, and over 300 days of sunshine, and some of the most diverse and wonderful people you'll ever meet. It's a great place to live, and I definitely encourage you to try it. But we also have our dark side. Our own ghosts, secrets, and legends. Most of them are true. For thousands of years, people have been living here and dying here. This is Albuquerque, but it goes by many names. The 505, the Burke, and my favorite is the Duke City. These are the Duke City Chronicles.
I'm not.
So previously on the Duke City Chronicles, the team gets a call from Sonny, the pawn shop demon, saying he's been robbed. They go to investigate and discover that he is not only missing part of his south wall, but also a relic, an artifact of some import called the Ring of Solomon, which can capture and trap demons. Sonny, unable himself to recover it, asked the teams to do so, and they follow the trail of this thief back to a place called Heritage House, a house from the turn of the last century that has been turned into a bed and breakfast. They do some investigation. Katia calls Detective John Grant, her person of interest, and gets the lowdown on the location, how one of the houses, the spy house, was used as a drop point for the KGB stealing nuclear secrets during World War II. Riley sneaks in with his glasses of imperceptibility and finds the correct room where the thief has been hiding out, a burglar of some renown known as Doris Payne. Through a spell, she detects Riley's presence, as well as Suki and Q just outside the door. A confrontation ensues, and she places a ringed hand on the shoulder of Riley, who begins to take harm in massive form, takes 3 harm. And just as all this is happening, Katia and Detective Grant are walking up the stairs. So if I remember correctly, what was said to me was going to happen was that Suki was going to use a big whammy, Q was going to reach out and teleport Riley out of the way, and Katia, who was going up the stairs, was going to faint as a distraction for John Grant. Did I get that all correct? Is this?
Oh,
Yes.
pretend like I'm fainting.
Right, you were going to use your flying abilities and not crack your head. Not that would hurt you anyway.
Yeah.
I am going to introduce something a little new. This is not part of Monster of the Week as written, but I'm going to institute initiative. And the way I'm going to do that is the person who has the most luck remaining gets to go first, which I believe is Katia. And then we'll go down from there. Riley, how much luck do you have left?
5.
5. Suki?
I have 5 remaining as well.
And Q, you have 2 left or something?
I have 3.
3. So that will be the order is Katia will act, then Suki, because she hasn't been just eviscerated, then Riley, and then Q. Okay, so we'll pick up right there. You hear Riley cry out, and I believe you guys are all 3 linked, all 4 linked actually, so you know what's going on. Katia, what would you like to do?
Well, someone told me to not come up, or to
Yes, I believe so, or to keep at least Grant away.
Yeah, so I am just going to just faint backwards, falling into his arms.
Yeah, he catches you right away. What's wrong? Are you okay?
I need to sit down somewhere downstairs. Maybe there is a sitting area, the living room.
And he kind of is a little distracted by noises from upstairs, but he's like, can you walk? Do I need to carry you? Or
I think you need to carry me.
Okay. And I mean, as we established before, John Grant is a pretty beefy dude, barrel chest, huge arms, and just scoops you up like you're nothing and carries you down the stairs and sits you in the kind of opening foyer into a very plush and old school chair with red velvet on it, and says, do you need water or anything? What happened? Did you not eat enough today?
Yes, I think water would be good.
Yeah, okay, I'll be right back. And he kind of walks towards the back of the house downstairs, back towards where Suki and Q came in to find water in the kitchen. Anything else you want to do, Katia, or I'll move to Suki?
I can talk to everyone, right?
Yes, yeah. You guys are party lined up.
Okay, I'm just going to say I'm distracting John. What's happening? Do you need me up there? Whoever wants to respond to me.
Short messages or messages while acting, I think, is the order of the day here.
Bad situation. Worse if Grant is up here. Say you gotta take a breath out on the porch.
Okay. All right.
That's all my message.
And Suki, you said you wanted to do a big whammy. Let's see it.
I actually was hoping to change that if it's a big no. Okay, cool. I'd like to switch it for my jinx instead.
I like that. Go ahead.
I'd like to jinx. Whoa, God, I haven't thrown. Nope. All right, well I lost
You
that
got
one. I've been
jinxed just
throwing
then.
dice. I know. Well, I didn't need that dice anyway. The fates were like, not that one. Hey, and they did me well. That was 12.
12. Very
Double
good.
six.
So read me what that says.
So I can encourage coincidences to occur the way that I want. When I jinx a target, roll plus weird. And on a 10 plus hold 2, on a 7 and 9 hold 1, on a miss the keeper holds 2 over me. So I got a 15. So I would like to interfere or actually inflict 1 harm on the target due to an accident. And then I would also like the target to lose something that I will soon find. So the coincidence that I would like to occur in this very old house is a piece of ceiling plaster to fall on the witch's head, and the thing that I would like her to lose and that I get to find is the ring on her finger.
I am going to say I'll let you decide how they take 1 harm, but I'm going to reserve the right to say what it is that she leaves behind.
All right, that's fair.
Because
At least I get to.
Because the move does not specifically say what it is.
Yeah,
and I think that
something.
that usually falls into the keeper's purview.
Fair enough.
And I will treat you right, I promise.
Okay.
So she reaches out and she touches Riley on the shoulder. He starts screaming out in agony, and you kind of like Jedi mind trick, and a piece of the old plaster from the ceiling, which is really nice and kind of has some designs in it, falls and hits her, and she backs away and like stumbles, and she and you see when it hits her shoulder, there's like a buffer there that like you see the ripples go off of that was invisible for a moment, and you don't think she took harm from that, but now she's at least not touching Riley anymore, and has backed away from him. Anything else that you think you want to squeeze in here before we move to Riley?
Just a rally run, and then that'll be that.
All right,
Find
Riley.
that dice I threw.
Your shoulder, it feels like it's on fire. It feels like someone is like tearing your shoulder apart, like almost like you've never been in one that I'm aware, but like, you know what a rack is from the medieval times? Mm-hmm. It feels like that's happening to your left shoulder.
Fun. And is she stepping on the other side of the field?
She's on the other side of that little field, yeah. She seems to step through it no problem on her own.
Do I notice anything in the room that looks like it's activated that shield, or is it something on her person?
I would let you... Yeah, I would let you read a bad situation, I think. Yeah. Which is going to be plus sharp, which you're particularly good at.
Rolling my 1d6 twice.
You bring shame to me.
That's 8.
8. Yeah, you can hold 1. Best way in, best way out. Dangers you haven't noticed. Biggest threat. Most vulnerable to me. Protect the victims. And yeah.
Dangers I haven't noticed.
Dangers you haven't noticed. She seems to kind of answer your question originally and this question all in the same bit. I'll say that you see that she's already starting to summon another spell, and she's taken something again from her pocket that she's held in her hand, that is she's using to weave what you assume is a spell.
Do I have my sword on me?
Yeah, I would say you have your whole gear. Everybody would.
Okay.
And you've yet to use that, I think.
I think I used it once in like the beginning, but then I started doing the pew-pews.
Mm-hmm.
She only has the ring on one hand, or is there another trinket on the other hand too?
She has the ring on her left hand, as you noticed earlier, and You don't notice anything else that catches your eye. Like she has another like normal looking ring on the other hand. She's wearing a necklace. Her hair is kind of put up, so there's probably some bobby pins or something. But
And she's like actively about to cast something.
and she has something in one of her hands while she's casting that spell that you can't see.
I would like to charge towards her with my sword and try to knock whatever is in her hand out of her hand while still cutting her, if possible.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do this. Let's kick some butt.
Ooh, that's a 6 and a 3 plus 3, so that's 12 total.
What was the total?
12.
12. Excellent. So what happens here is, what's your harm with your sword?
I also have kick some butt advanced. I don't remember what that means.
You got a 12 plus, right?
Yeah.
So on a 12 plus, basically you can pick an enhanced effect. You completely hold the advantage, and all hunters involved get 1 forward. You suffer no harm on the reaction. Your attack inflicts double the normal harm, and your attack drives away the enemy in a rout. You can choose one of those.
And it does 2 harm. I said I would think we would hold the advantage, and everyone gets a +1.
Great. So on your next rolls, everyone can hold a +1 for literally anything. Now, Riley, what happens is that you go to swing and you're caught short. The sword goes through the barrier just fine, but the barrier flares up and you can see those ripples going through it and stops you, but she's still close enough from where she got knocked back that your sword can connect just barely, and you see it hit her, but also kind of bounce off of something that is like shimmering in the same fashion, very close to her body, like she's got a personal force field.
Yeah. Okay.
And she kind of backs up further, and what she's going to do is she's going to say, Ochul, repay your debt to me. And she releases the spell, and standing before her is this, I don't want to call him a giant because that invokes the wrong idea, but he's easily 7 or 8 feet tall, dominates this room with blue skin, 2 horns, sharp teeth, and his hands and his face, and you assume the rest of his body beneath his simple clothing is cracked with lines of silver filling those cracks. He almost looks like those kintsugi pottery that has been repaired with the silver or platinum or gold inside, and he appears in a puff of smoke, turns towards the sorceress, not a witch, a sorceress, and bows, and he says, "What is your wish, my mistress?" She says, "Keep them in this room as long as you can. I gotta go." And she turns to run towards the bathroom, and he turns to face all of you.
I got this, Q. Go get her. Oh, by the way, my sword is silver. I don't know if that changes anything that just happened.
Good to know. Thank you.
Okay. Well, am I right by?
Right by Suki, yeah.
Well, didn't I port to Riley to try to port him away from her?
This is your turn. What do you want to do? This is where you could do the thing that you stated last turn.
Well,
like all of this has been like 5-6 seconds. Like this is all quick.
All right. Well, everything has changed now. So instead of going after Riley, I'm going to try to port, because I see her running to the bathroom. I'm going to try to teleport right in front of her.
Great, no problem. You can do it. Your teleportation gets past this barrier like no problem, and it's a place that you can see easily within range. So you teleport like right in front of her to cut off her escape.
Yes.
Okay. She teleports. You teleport right in front of her, like she's almost to the bathroom door, and you just appear in the bathroom door, and she pulls back and she says, "Well, ain't that a neat trick?"
You ain't going nowhere, sister.
I think it's cute that you think that.
And I am just going to have my sword at the ready. I do not want to swing on her, but yeah, that's it. And I guess I'll also say, I guess we're looking for something.
Oh, everybody's looking for something. And she's like slowly backing away. Says, "But you ain't going to get it from me."
Do you know what we're after?
I don't really think that's germane to the conversation. Here you are invading my sanctum and keeping me from getting jobs done. She keeps backing away as you're having this conversation.
And I'm gonna just kind of look over her shoulder at the looming blue demon and look back at her. You got poor taste, and that's it.
Awesome. Okay, so she is going to. She's making a break for that little alcove that you're seeing now that Riley saw before, and you can see that there's another window there, and she's making a break for that one as well. And Katia, Detective Grant hasn't come back yet. You're muted.
Yeah, because there's lots of stuff going on here. I'm gonna go find him.
Sure. So you kind of go back towards the house, and it's not a big house. And so just after a moment, you find yourself in the kitchen, and he's not there. But you can see that towards the back door, there is another door that looks odd, like it's made of the paneling from the wall, leading to a secret passageway that was left open.
That doesn't go to the stairs,
As you look, it leads upstairs.
but not the stairs that we were going up.
Other side of the house. These are the stairs that Suki and Q used.
Oh, I thought we were going up the secret stairs because I
You were
wanted
going
to
up the main front stairs.
because I thought I had asked him to show me the secret stairs.
He said that he was going to try to figure out where that was, but he wasn't sure.
Okay.
And you guys came in the front door, went up the main stairs, while Suki and Q were using the back secret stairs. Sorry if that was confusing.
It was a little bit, but I'll go up
apologize.
them.
Okay. You go up them, and when you get to the top, the door up there is also open, and you see Detective Grant halfway down the hallway with his sidearm pulled, walking slowly, like clearing corners and looking, and he can hear like the talking and the rumbles and basically sounds of conflict coming from the room at the end of the hall where you know the rest of the party is. And he hasn't seen you yet.
Should have double checked that door.
Should have closed the door. Q, didn't anyone ever tell you you're no born in a barn? Never mind.
I got excited.
Yeah, I
don't
thought
know.
so. I thought so.
Excited to do spy stuff.
I'm just
Darn it.
gonna be like, what's going on here?
He turns back to you, takes one hand off the gun, is like, get away. It's not safe. Go back.
What's happening?
He like kind of like backpedals towards you and is like, hey, shh, I think someone's in trouble down here. You hear all that, right?
No.
There's another, like, the floor shakes. The people in the room see the Oni, the demon, take a step forward,
You just
and
say-
the whole ground. Did I say Oni? Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna look into his eyes.
Why are all your dates in this way? I'm just curious.
People are mesmerized by me.
You know, that's true. That's true.
You hear a deep sigh from the room.
I am going to, so I'm going to use my mental dominion. I'm going to look into his eyes and say, just stay here. And if anyone tries to escape, just tackle them. No firearms.
Okay, roll it.
Please work.
Poor guy's brain.
That's an 11 plus
Plus
2.
charm. Yeah, so that's a 13. Yeah, you could even give him further instructions later on if you want. Maybe even make him forget that he heard weird noises coming from the room.
But
Later on.
I can do that later.
You can hold on. Yeah.
Okay,
They're holds.
okay.
You're good. So he kind of goes slack, as you've kind of seen many times. You're like, okay, I'll watch for people trying to escape and tackle them.
Can I put his gun back in his sidearm, like his holster?
Yeah. You can kind of like guide him to do it with his hand.
Yeah,
with his
I
own
just don't
hands,
want there to be like accidental
Mhm.
firearm
Yeah.
discharges.
That's really smart. And Katia, I want to apologize about the stairs. If I go back and look and see that in the previous episode you guys were in those other stairs, I'll retcon something else.
No,
I
you're
apologize.
fine. You're fine.
Yeah, great. Anything else you want to do?
I'm going to stay where I am right now. I'm gonna get like a little bit closer to the door, but I don't want to show anyone that I'm there. I don't want to like make anyone like I don't want any Onis to know.
Yeah.
Creeping up
So
on them.
you're holding yourself in reserve, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Great. Suki.
Oh, golly. Well, I guess I am gonna. Well, I get to hold one as automatically, correct?
You get a plus one to
plus-
whatever you do next, yeah.
The plus one is what I get. All right. Well, I think I'm just gonna whammy him because that ignores armor.
I like that.
So, ka-chow.
Ka-chow, okay.
And I'm gonna.
Now,
I'm gonna roll.
I will point this out. You have seen the barrier between one half of the room and the other half of the room light up when Riley hit it. So you do know that there's a magical barrier of some kind here between you and the demon and Q and Dora's pain.
Right. And I saw his physical thing go through it, correct?
Yes, it
His,
seems
his
to.
sword
It's
isn't special besides the fact it's silver.
correct, as far as you know.
All right. Well, actually, I think I might jinx him again.
Okay.
Just because that don't have to go through nothing.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that your original idea was a bad idea. I'm just saying you need to
Yeah.
remember that.
I was wondering if the spell would bounce, but I bet it would. I'm not even going to test it really. The jinx seems to be working a little better. All right, so that is a 10, and so I would like to interfere with what a monster, minion, or bystander is trying to do. That doesn't count for the sorceress, correct? That only counts for the Oni?
You could do it for both. For either, rather. For either.
And have I seen the sorceress going for the window?
Yes. Yes, you have.
All right, I would like to I'd like to do something with the window. Like I would like to make it so that she can't open it, or make it so that like it's painted shut with like 6 layers of like that thick landlord paint.
Yeah,
Like,
and there's
just
probably
can't
lead
get
in
out
that
of there.
paint too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I would love it if there's lead in that paint. I want to get a couple paint chips up into the
I want her to
brain.
get. It's a long play. You want her to die of poisoning. Got it.
Yeah, just to go crazy towards the end there.
Yeah. Okay. So you feel that works, and you see her get closer, and she's trying to lift it, and it's almost like it's swollen shut or something because of age, and you hear just like, "Come on," and she seems to be having trouble escaping. And Q, you can see that as well. Riley, what would you like to do?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I do
sorry,
get to
Suki,
hold
go ahead.
2 on a 10 plus. And my other thing that I would like to happen is I would like to inflict 1 harm on a target due to an accident, and I would like the Oni's foot to go through the floor.
Nice. Yeah, and so that same foot step that Grant felt outside when he steps forward, it just through the floorboards and hits something more solid beneath, and it looks down like just with the look of disgust as it tries to get itself out.
Now quickly go underneath and tickle him until he falls over.
I love all this new Suki stuff. I'm about it.
I gotta start using my jinx a little more. I think it's a little bit more versatile than the whammy.
It's a really great crowd control kind of like change the battlefield mechanic. Riley, I chose to say the word Oni out loud because I think Riley would know that's what this is.
Okay. Would
The
I?
horns and blue skin
Yeah.
are a dead giveaway.
Would I know anything, like from my dark past, or
Yeah, you can roll dark past if you like.
which is weird. That's a 1 plus a 1 plus a 1, which is a 3.
Nice. Okay, so 3 some mark experience.
I leveled
that's
up.
good.
That's fun.
Ooh, be thinking about what you want to take.
I will do that in a second. So I don't know anything. That's fine. Would I know the Book of Sacrifice? What ability? That's plus weird, I think.
Yeah, you roll plus weird, and you can choose one of the spells. Tell me what you want to do, and I'll dictate the.
Would I
the
think
constraints.
that spell would work through the barrier?
Yeah, probably. It just depends on what it is. You could even use one of the spells to take down the barrier.
I'm gonna try to banish the Oni.
Oh, nice. Very good. All right, roll plus weird.
I don't want to. That's a 4.
Oh.
That's a 5. Plus 1, which is a 10.
Very good. It works. It has a permanent or full effect. That is phenomenal. Wow. Now, before I tell you what happens, what spell are you getting rid of? Because the way the Book of Sacrifice works is every time you use one of the spells, you can choose any of the 10 spells in it to get rid of it, including the spell you just cast.
Oh, so I don't have to get rid of banishment.
No, you can get rid of something else. Or you could get rid of banishment. This is where the hard choice always comes in for this item.
And scrying is like normal scrying?
It's like, it's along the lines of D&D scrying, yeah.
What would buff be? Would I know?
Buff would be something like giving an aid or a boon, magical enhancement, basically, to a person, whereas enchantment is enchanting objects.
I'm going to drop buff.
You're going to drop buff? Okay. Buff is gone. Good to know.
I will.
All right. So you open the book, and your shoulder is kind of like still on fire, and you turn quickly to the pages, and you say the incantation, and your reading of it is halting and awkward and fumbling, but the book begins to glow, and you see swirls of fire surround the Oni as he's still trying to get his foot out, and he's like, no, it's not time, no. And you see this wall of flame go up around him, and it persists. You can still hear him inside cursing in a different language. He's not gone yet, but he's about to be.
Grant's under a trance. Damn it. I wanted him to see me do wizard stuff.
You can't have it both ways.
I know, I can't. Katya, get your phone video thing. No, that's it. I'm done. I'm gonna stay where I'm at, because obviously I'm probably doing this the whole time, and he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm looking at my level up.
All right, awesome. Q.
Can I save this for create another hunter in case I die? I'm kidding.
My glowing sword is going to burst apart into a seemingly endless golden chain of light, and I'm going to try to wrap them around the witch and try to hold her down and constrict her.
Great. Roll kick some butt.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we have here. Oh, it doesn't work there. Let me try another place. Hold on. Here we go. What do we got? 8, 9, 11 total.
11 total. Great. What's the harm?
Will you allow me to not harm her, just hold her?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. That's the intention. Absolutely. Yes. So yes, it wraps around her like the holy chains that like Ghost Rider has, and she's constricted. And she looks at you and she says, "No, that's not very nice."
And as I kind of pull it taut, we're not here to hurt you. We just need something.
What are you looking for, baby?
They totally told Q what we're looking for, right? Y'all told me, right? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because you were there when this all went down. Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. We're looking for the ring. The ring of Solomon.
Oh, I already fenced that baby. It was a job and I done it.
Where is it now?
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to pay a whole lot more than that to get my client list.
I'm gonna like kind of pull it tighter, like, tell me.
And she opens her hands and they're glowing, and she says, "Not today, sugar," and bursts down, and a wall of fire erupts out from her, like in just like a wave, and you're going to take 3 harm fire, and the back wall that Suki had barred also blows out of the side of the building.
So as I'm getting bombarded with that wave of fire, there's a warm glow that surrounds me, and I only take 2 of that 3 harm.
Nice. And as the fire subsides, she's not there, and you can only imagine she jumped out the back hole that she just made.
Sneaky. No, that's the reason out of character. That's the reason why I didn't want to hurt her, because I was like, if I hurt her, she'll hurt me. But okay, I know better now.
Well, not necessarily. There's some other things here that she could have done, but that was the best for the scenario. I see what you're up to, though.
Gotcha.
The Oni had some other things too, and as you kind of turn and look, the fire is subsiding from where the Oni was being engulfed, and there's just like ash and some like little white flecks on the ground where he used to be in the hole in the floorboards.
She's trying to get away. I'll just yell that, and I'll run to the window to see if I can see her.
Yeah. Give me a roll plus sharp.
Did I do that?
Plus sharp.
You're convinced you did, Riley.
Oh, not bad. So plus sharp is gonna be less than 0. A total of 8.
Total 8. Yeah, so you can hold 1, and I assume you're asking where did it go?
Yes.
You don't see her, but you hear from the alley a motorcycle like crank up.
I think she's got a cycle.
And then you hear like a rev and gravel peeling, and you hearing her drive away.
Wow. How far can I move? How far can I move after her?
You could jump from the second floor that you're on and try to run to catch her, see what it looks like, get a license plate, something. You could do that.
I'll do that. I'll jump out the window, and like right at the precipice of the jump, I'll teleport to the ground nearest to where I can possibly hear the motorcycle and see what I can see.
So you jump out and you land in the alley. You look both ways, and on the right, down near the end of it, towards where the street is, you can see that there is like a red, like I can't think of another term to call it except for crotch rocket. Like what are the right? Like what are those called? The not the Harley style, but like the Japanese
that's what they're
style.
called.
Super
Sports bike.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a course bike. Yeah, so it's not like it's like a Asian style motorcycle, not like a Harley Davidson style motorcycle.
Gotcha.
What a weird term that's the only thing I can think of.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called. I can think of another term, but it's not very nice. Surprisingly. And you see her like slowing down just for a second to make the turn to get out of the alley onto the streets. She's booking it.
All right, so a red motorcycle, and I didn't happen to see the freaking
The license plate. The lights that should be illuminating it are off.
Ooh, clever. All right, I'll just end it by saying she's on a red motorcycle, and she's turning out of the alley, and that's
yeah. She's headed east. Yeah.
Headed east.
Okay, can you track her? Don't try to like get her. Can you track her at a distance or anything like that?
I'll try.
Okay, be safe, baby. Be safe.
So how do you want to track her? Do you want to try to like teleport to where she is, kind of thing?
Yes. Where she's about. I want to teleport right to where the corner is, because I'm still trying to be unseen. Remind me what time of day it is.
Oh, this is night. It's fully dark outside.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to teleport right where I see her peel off at the corner.
Yeah, and I think that you could easily like just kind of like follow her like block to block, just like vamping to different corners, and kind of keep her in view.
I feel like that's a cool scene. Like if she looks behind her, there's like this gold like.
Yeah, I'm really here for it. I need you to roll act under pressure. Katia, what are you doing? You hear all of this communication psychically, and I think you're still like just outside the door in the hallway.
Yes. I'm gonna go into the room and see what's happening with everyone.
Total of 10.
Cool, thank you. So you see Riley is like holding his shoulder in his other hand. He's got this book and he's like looking at it dumbfounded. There's char marks all over this room. The walls blown out, and Suki is like just kind of like standing there, and probably approaching Riley to see if he's okay, I would think at this point. But that's kind of what you see in this scene.
What's happening in here?
Oh, so much. We have so much explaining to do. This is a very historical house. Anyway, so there was a big demon, and Riley banished it. You did the most magic ever, babe. You did great. You did a great job. However, he's also very hurt. We gotta get, I don't know how we can explain this, but Q is tracking the sorceress. She's on a little red cropped rocket, and she's going along, and hopefully he's not gonna get caught up in anything too bad. Where's Grant?
He's out there waiting for anyone to exit to tackle him.
You coffeed him? Or, you go get coffee?
That's canon now.
You do? Yeah.
You copied him. Yes.
You copied him, right?
He already got coffee, but yeah, I guess if that's what you want to call it. Yeah.
I think it's a fun term. Anyway, sorry, it's not the time or the place.
How about, can I get some char and like rub some on my face, and then I want to rub some on Grant's face, and then I want to lead him outside to where we can look up to the charred, exploded wall.
Yeah, from the exterior, yeah.
And then I'm going to look at him and be like, the building just exploded and you saved everyone.
Yeah. Wow. I got to call P&M and the gas company. Do you think it was a gas leak? That's wild.
Yeah, it must have been. It just exploded everywhere, and the flames were all over the place, and you carried me right out.
He kind of smiles and regains his composure. He's like, okay, are you good? You're not banged up, are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna go find Suki and Riley and Q, because they were out. We were hunting ghosts.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go make sure they're okay, and I'll catch up with you later.
Okay, yeah. I'll talk to my aunt and let her know so she can do the insurance, and I'll call the Was Riley upstairs?
I don't remember seeing him.
This isn't a wizard. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna call the station.
You see the smoke in the hole, and you see me with
Probably.
the book, like, ha ha ha.
Probably best to just call them and make sure everything's all right. But yeah, it just exploded out in flames as I'm just gonna go like this as I'm like walking away.
Just really selling it, yeah. Oh, it's so good. And he's like, yeah, wow, okay, that's one for the books. Okay, yeah, I'll call you later. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and so he runs over to Heritage House to talk to his aunt and to start dealing with the aftermath of this.
Suki, do we need to look in all her stuff real quick before we leave?
We do. I sort of did a little something during that when I made the ceiling fall on her. Hopefully there's something left behind here for me.
Yeah, she had lots of bags and things.
Yes, let's start there, and I'm gonna start.
Yeah, and normally I'd have you investigate a mystery, but because you're Jinx, the first one says that she's going to leave something behind, I'm going to give you this one. On the table where she was reading, and Riley, you saw this when you first walked in, she was casually perusing this this sheets of paper look like some kind of technical manual. And Suki, you see it, and it's pretty old. It looks like a copy of a copy, but it's a technical manual for some kind of machine. It's what it says on it is AGN 201M, and it's like schematics of how like something works. It's pretty detailed, and it also looks like maybe some of this was hand drawn. Like it definitely looks pre-computer era.
Is the name Maxwell on any part of it?
Not that you see, no.
Okay.
Now, Riley, I will let you investigate a mystery if you like.
Sure.
Okay. And while you're doing that, now, Q, you said act under pressure, you got a 10?
Yes.
Great. So this method is working pretty well, and you're able to keep pace with her for several blocks. And once she hits central, which is not too far away, she starts to go a little faster, and you're starting to notice that there's more people walking around. There's cars, and
Rooftop.
I'm about to say, you can still keep following, but you got to figure out how you're going to keep yourself from being seen.
Rooftops, just porting from roof to roof. Poop, doop, doop.
Great, no problem. And so you continue to kind of bamf and follow her, and at one point, she stops at a light by the overpass for I-25, and you see her, and she shaking out like the stiffness or whatever, and she kind of looks behind her and seems to find that no one's following, and the light turns green, and it looks like she's headed for the highway.
Which highway?
I-25 going north. Like she's going like that would eventually lead you to Denver.
What? Whoa!
Eventually. I mean, not like in 5 minutes. Like that's the direction it goes.
Right. I'm just gonna think I-20 going north. I think she doesn't think I think she doesn't see me following her anymore.
Oh, okay.
We'll meet you there.
Yeah, I guess we'll meet you out there. We'll jump in the Stang real quick. Yeah. You don't know which exit. I mean, I guess you wouldn't see the exit. Never mind. We'll come meet you.
All right.
Riley, how was that roll?
I got a 9. What's being concealed here?
What's being concealed here? You find a couple of things. You search the bathroom, and in the bathroom, in the medicine cabinet behind the mirror, you see what she was eating before that she had tucked in there for some reason. And you kind of take it out, and it's like just a simple bowl of rice and some chopsticks. And when you see that, it kind of jogs your memory, and you're like, oh, of course. Because you remember that there's something about like onis and rice or something, like they don't like it or they're compelled by it or somehow. You're not really sure why, but like you think maybe this wasn't just her dinner, but also like a contingency plan.
Interesting.
And when she realized that, you think that when she realized she had visitors, she put it away so that it couldn't be used against her ace in the hole.
Got it.
There also is in the bathroom, in the little trash can, you smell some smoke, which at first you think is just from inside the main room, but there's like a folded up piece of paper that's been burned up, and there's only like part of an address still on it.
Okay. I'll grab that and then hand it to Suki. Are we going in the Stang?
Yes, sir. Let's go. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
we're all done here.
Yeah, and about this time is when Katia walks in from downstairs, I think, because that is what you said you're going to do, right? Was find them.
I told him that it was just a random explosion, and he saved us, and I was going to find you, and he's taking care of this.
So smart. I love it. We got to get to the Stang now.
All right.
Running.
I'm gonna climb in the back of the Stang and use my "it wasn't as bad as it looks" thing.
Okay.
Got a 6 and a 3 plus 1. 6, 3, 1. What is that? It's 10.
10.
Okay, so
Yeah, 10 plus you heal 2 harm and
Heal
stabilize your wounds. Yeah. You're able to like kind of like work out some of the like the pain, and it looks like it really wasn't as bad as it looked. It looked like almost it was like more nerve pain than anything else. There's some skin missing, almost like have you ever had a sunburn so bad that like the skin just nopes out like as it heals, and it's like thin in parts, like where she touched you, and you can still feel like little like tingles of your nerves trying to kind of like get back to normalcy underneath that.
I've been burned like that before, so I know that feeling.
Yeah, it almost feels like how some magical creatures have like a necrotic touch. They're not the same. It's not blackened, but it has that same kind of like antithesis of life vibe to it.
Awesome.
All right, seat belts, and I'm gonna throw it into gear and pull out, just the general Suki, incredibly good driver.
Yeah, the Stang roars to life and kicks out the gravel and makes a brake slide onto the road and heads up to Central and where it intersects I-25. And you can see, you can hear the Stang coming before you see it coming up almost to the same place where she had stopped. Now, in the intervening time, Q, she had time to the light turn green and she got onto I-25 going north. Are you letting her go? Are you still trying to follow? And if so, how?
The idea was to have her drive somewhere, because we were going into a populated area, so I wanted to stay out of sight and on rooftops, but I was planning on when she makes her way going north to try to catch her when there's like very few cars out, to try to port in front of her, not like her aiming towards me, but port somewhere and try to, with my chains, grab her and throw her off of the bike.
Okay, great. So what I'll say is that at this point, because of the way the highway is like elevated and it's way faster and there's cars and everything, and there's not a lot of really tall buildings in Albuquerque, that what you would have to do probably is think of places you've been before further up the road and teleport and try to keep tabs on her as she kind of like goes, because she's probably one of the few motorcycles on the road right now. So let me have you roll act under pressure again. Let me think if that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think act under pressure, but I'm going to give you a -1 on this because there is traffic and this is a bit more of like you're trying to anticipate where she's going to go, get there before she gets there, but not too far that she could take an exit and you can lose her. So it's kind of some complicated geometry here.
So -1 by you, but I'm going to use that +1 that Riley gave us earlier. So it's going to be regular.
Nice. Act under pressure plus cool.
7 total.
7 total. Okay. So you were able to.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Wait. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total.
8 total. Okay. Still a mixed success. Yeah. So a hard choice or a worse outcome or a price to pay. So you're able to keep kind of getting up the highway ahead of her, but not too far ahead for about 2 jumps. And then the third jump, you get over close to where there's like this it's kind of new. It's it used to be a water park, but that got torn down years ago. And now it's like a golf course driving range with these like huge nets and things. And you realize there's no place for you to stand there because it's all messed up from when you were there when you were younger, when the amusement park was there, the water park. And so I'm going to give you 3 options here. I'm going to say that either you'll have to go further up the road and possibly miss her where there's a good vantage point. You'll have to teleport to the side of the road where you might be spotted, or you might lose her entirely, but you'll get another chance at this. So further up the road, might be spotted, or none of those things, but you'll get another chance to try to see if you can't catch her later.
Might be spotted.
Might be spotted. Okay. So you're like, oh crap. And so you basically just teleport to the bridge on Montano right over the overpass for I-25, and you teleport there and you see her and she's coming down the highway, and as you confirm that that's where she is, and you've got about maybe 15 seconds until she's in your position, that you think to look around and see what's there. And at the end of the bridge, there's like a guy and his son who have like just stopped, and he's like pulling his child closer to him, like, but locked eyes with you.
So the second I see the woman coming, I'm gonna try to chain her and grab her off the bike.
All right, great. Let's have you. Your goal here is to grab her, right? Not to hurt her.
She hurt me earlier, so it's okay if I hurt her. So
okay.
I don't care.
Well, I'm just trying to determine if this is kick some butt or if this is
kick some butt.
If this is going to be act under pressure.
Kick some butt.
Kick some butt. All right, I'll give you kick some butt.
Like to kick
Right. And are you keeping in constant communication with the team at this point?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys know that she's tracking her and she's further up I-25. So I assume the Stang and Co are headed up I-25.
Yeah.
All right.
12 total. Kick
12 total. What is your extra effect? I think I know what it should be.
Put her where I want her.
Okay, great. So you time it just right, and she's just about at her closest point to go under the bridge. You out the chains and you wrap it around her or the bike.
Her
Around her waist, and you just yank her up. All right, great. And you yank her up, and she just like bungees up, and you can tell she was not expecting this. And she lands with a thud next to you, and you hear the bike like wobble and screech. You're vaguely aware of like sparks somewhere behind you down on the ground and honking horns. There's a brake squeal, and she's on the ground, breathing hard, helmet still on.
She takes 3 damage.
3 damage. Thank you so much.
Or harm. Yeah.
Okay. You've got her. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk up to her, grab her, the chain still around her. You're coming with me, and I'm going to. Is there a place that we can like walk? Is there like desert? Like, is this like street and desert, or like is there somewhere?
No, like this is kind of center of the city. There's like to your right, going west. There's like the driving range and like a Costco and a gas station. Looking east to your left. There's like some more gas stations, like a church, some like townhomes. And then I-25 going north and south. And you're maybe 20 feet on either side from the edge of the bridge back to where the road starts.
Mm-hmm. So I know you said that, there are cars that were kind of skirting and things are kind of, how bad does it look? Do I feel like people are about to like to stop and stare? Do I feel like it's just like, oh, what happened?
You look around and traffic is halted.
Okay, well, we gotta go. I'm gonna grab her, and this could be a horrible idea. We have to get out of here. We have to get out of here right now.
Do it.
I am going to teleport us.
Roll angel wings.
Got this, bud.
Here we go.
Think real hard. Think happy, wonderful thoughts.
Total of 8. Mixed success.
Normally, I would ask you the wrong place together or the right place separated.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you wanting to go?
I was wanting to go to one of the rooftops that I was on before we hit the highway, like I'm back in the city and closer to my friends.
Yeah, back towards the exit.
Yes.
Okay. All right, great. So you bamf and you kind of like land in a stumble on that rooftop, and you like feels like someone has like kicked you in the chest and all the air's knocked out of you. And you look and she's not there. And you look down at your stomach and your clothes are eroding and a wound just like Riley's is spreading. Take 3 harm, armor defeating. And that is where we're going to end the episode. Thank you so much for joining us at the Duke City Chronicles, where I get to torture my friends in public. Please join us next week, same time, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. And also you can download the podcast on Apple Podcasts and everywhere else podcasts are casted. Yeah, sure. Episode 3 from their very first hunt, the cowboy, is up today. And you can go back and listen to the archives and get yourself caught up. But until then, Albuquerque's a weird place. Let's keep it that way.